Hey everybody, welcome back. So it is Pantry Challenge Day 26 and we're just plugging right along. I know I haven't filmed every day of the Pantry Challenge simply because of the way my schedule runs. It's a little bit challenging sometimes to get the meals done just because we're usually out of the house most nights. And so tonight what I'm doing, the kids have not been feeling well. We actually went to the doctor today and Jackson tested positive for the flu type A, and so Alana is not feeling well. The doctor didn't even test her. She said, I know if he has it, she has it. And then I have not been feeling the best either. And I just wanted something comforting. I wanted something that was going to make me feel good. And yesterday, a friend of mine, Miss Lisa, sent me this lady. She's like, hey, there's a lady. Her name is Drizzle Me Skinny, and she does Weight Watchers recipes. She said, I think you might like her. She said, I've been following her on Instagram. So I was like, okay. Now I'm kind of in and out of Instagram. I follow as best I can. I do way more on Facebook. So she said she is on Facebook. My son is doing the garbage. Even though the kids have not felt well, they still have really helped around the house. So anyway, she has this recipe called Red Velvet Banana Bread, and it's 5 Weight Watchers Smart Points. But I did not have the, I don't keep flour and baking powder and baking soda and all that stuff in the house. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it from scratch like she does it. But I did have cake mixes and cupcake mix in my garage pantry. So I pulled out one of the mixes and I scanned it to see how many smart points it would be. So for 2 cupcakes, it's 6 smart points. So not too much off of her 5 points. She makes hers in a loaf pan. So she cuts it in 10 slices and 1 slice is 5 smart points. So 2 cupcakes are 6 smart points. So I'm okay with that. If I only have 1 cupcake, that's only going to be 3 smart points. And I still have 12 smart points for the day. I'm going to have some of the Tyson Italian chicken, so that's only 1 point for 3 ounces. And then I'll probably have some spinach, or I might make it into a salad. I haven't really decided. But anyway, we went looking for cake mix, and we did not have cake mix, but we did have cupcake mix. So I had some overripe bananas that I've been trying to use for banana bread, and I have not done it because I just didn't have banana bread mix. So I was thinking, okay, this is going to work out real well. So everything I'm using today is coming out of my pantry. Go and see if sister needs any help with the puppy. So sister, who actually is feeling worse now, brother was feeling bad the beginning of the week, and sister's feeling worse the end of the week. They are still helping with the chores, and she's got the puppy outside. So I'm taking 2 ripe bananas, and if you want to follow this lady, her Facebook page and her Instagram and her blog page are Drizzle Me Skinny. And last night I made her banana peanut butter and jelly, and I will say that it was not my fave, but that's because I used the Jif peanut butter, like the powder, peanut powder, and I didn't add the salt or the sweetener. And tonight, I think if I do it again, she uses low-fat peanut butter, and I couldn't find low-fat peanut butter because all of the peanut butter points are like 6, 8, 9 points, but the peanut powder is only 1 smart point. And then I got sugar-free jam, which I think I'm just going to add a packet of the Truvia, or I have Zing packets, and that'll help it a little bit. So it was a little bitter for me, but I didn't, because salt and sweetener are optional, and I opted not to add that yesterday. But once I do that, I think it will be okay. So I thought, let me give this a whirl with these muffins and do the banana red velvet muffins. So what I have in this pan, or this bowl, is I have 2 ripe bananas that I just mashed with my fork, simply mashed them up. Now to this, I'm going to add in a couple of things. Let me put my towel down and my fork. So I'm using just some funfetti. This is the red velvet funfetti mix that I had in the pantry. So I'm adding this in. To this, I need 2/3 cups of water, which I have 2/3 cups of water. I need 1/4 cup of oil. Now, if I had applesauce, I would do applesauce in the place of the oil, but I don't have any applesauce in the house. So I'm only doing a 1/4 cup of oil. Make sure. And there's a difference. I see people do this all the time. Dry measure and wet measure are different. So your wet measure cups should look actually like cups, and your dry measure cups are more, you would not put liquid in them because they measure out totally different. So I'm just getting all of my oil out. So I'm doing 2 egg whites. So not even any whole eggs. I think the points are coming from the oil. So in this bowl, I have 2 mashed bananas at the bottom. I've got my red velvet cupcake mix, Pillsbury. This is Pillsbury. I had that in the freezer. I added in a 2/3 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of oil, and 2 egg whites. So I'm just going to take my mixer. Y'all, this is what my little kids got for me for Christmas. I'm so excited. It's not a KitchenAid, but I'm going to go with it. Saves my arm. So all I'm doing is just incorporating everything all together. The banana, the eggs, the oil, the water. And then I'm going to add in a secret ingredient. Then I'm just going to take my rubber spatula and scrape the sides of my bowl just so I'm getting all of that well mixed in before I add in my secret ingredient and then ladle in to the cupcake liners. I'm using cupcake liners because I had them. I got them on a coupon. So I'm just going to give this one final mix through. Okay, so that's done. I'm done with the mixer. I'll get a helper to come and put that up in a second. Now, the one thing about baking, you want to use the exact measurements that they tell you in baking, and then you don't want to over process what you're baking. So even though this is a box cake mix or a cupcake mix or whatever, so don't over mix, don't over beat. Same thing with your meat, don't overwork it too much. Now, I had from the other day, what did I make with this? I made salted caramel pancakes the kids and I made, and then we also made cookies. We made chocolate chip cookies and we used the salted caramel chocolate chips. So when I traditionally do banana bread, I use semi-sweet chocolate chips. But I'm going to use kind of a handful or 2 of the salted caramel chocolate chips just into my batter, and it's going to be delish. I don't think it's going to give me way too many smart points, only because it's going to be equally divided throughout the 12 cupcakes that I'm making. And I'm stealing 3. Shh, don't tell anybody. Oops, my bad. Let me get that. Okay. So I'm just going to take my rubber spatula and do a gentle fold because I don't want to disturb the chocolate chips. I don't want to really overwork the batter, but I do want to get it mixed in there. So my oven is set for 350 degrees, and I think we're doing these cupcakes for 18 minutes. I have to check the time. Oh Lord, we got a ninja dog. So let me show you how this is going to go into my cupcake tins. I'm going to turn my camera. So I've got here on my counter, I have the 12 cupcake tins here. And then this is what my batter looks like. So this is the red velvet cupcake batter. We added in 2 overripe bananas, and then we added in the salted caramel chocolate chips. So that's what you see. Those little lumps are the chips. So I'm just going to take this batter and I'm going to measure it out equally, and I'm using cupcake liners. And I'm just pouring this in about halfway the cup so that it doesn't spill over in your oven. Now I put foil down in my oven just to make sure that I catch any spills, but you can also take just a regular cookie sheet that's the same size of your cupcake tin and put it underneath to catch any spills. So remember this, I was using that recipe from Drizzle Me Skinny. She is a lady from, I think she's from England, and she does Weight Watchers. Her red velvet banana bread, she does it in a loaf pan, and it's 5 smart points. 2 of these cupcakes is 6 smart points. So if you're counting Weight Watchers smart points, you could have 1 cupcake for 3 points. You could have 2 cupcakes for 6 points. And if you have weekly points still, like I do, and you just want to have 3 or 4 or 5, you can have that. But I still have 12 points for the day, so I think I'm just going to have 1 cupcake because I'm not feeling the best, and this will just make me feel better. But I also want to stay within my points for the day. So I'm still at 32 points per day, and I'm doing really well. So I've had 18 points today, and it looks like I may be able to have enough to kind of fill these 3/4 of the way, but I wanted to make sure I could get them all filled. And this will make a great little something, even if you're not counting smart points. You can do, who knew you could do red velvet banana bread, right? Well, listen, you learn something new every day. That's how I feel. So I'm just taking the remaining batter here, and you can also do this in a cake pan. You can do this in a loaf pan. It does not have to be in cupcake tins, but I like it this way because if you see, I've got the liners so everybody can have their own individual little cupcake. There's not a lot of washing afterwards. We pretty much have used 1 bowl for all of the mixing, all of the combining, and this will be the one thing that I have to clean after, so it makes cleanup really simple for me. So I'm just getting the last of this that I can. You want to make sure you keep it pretty even because cook time is important. So there we go. This is what's going into my oven. I've got 12 cupcakes, about as even as I can get them. This is a red velvet cupcakes, red velvet banana cupcakes. So I did 1 thing of cupcake mix, 2 ripe bananas, and then I did 2 handfuls of the salted caramel chips. This is going to a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. And we'll see how these come out. If you're doing the Weight Watchers points, remember 2 of these cupcakes are 6 points. You can do this in a loaf pan, cake pan. You can do it any way you want to do it. It doesn't have to be in the cupcake tin. I just find that's easier for cleanup. And I'll show you what 12 remaining smart points look like for Weight Watchers dinner. So I think I'm going to have 1 cupcake, which is 3 points, and then I'll have 9 points for dinner. I may do 2. I probably won't because I don't feel the best. So 1 will get me through. Anyway, if you want to check out the lady that I told you her name on Facebook, her blog and Instagram is Drizzle Me Skinny, and she follows and she has a lot of Weight Watchers recipes.